Derick Dickens. Fun at the DMV. Fun at the DMV. Derick Dickens.
When you think of fun places to go, perhaps you think of Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, or having the sand come up between your toes as you take in the sun at the beach, or the greatest of them all, the DMV, the Department of Motor Vehicles. Contest chairman, fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I want to talk to you about a recent trip I took with my family to the DMV, or for those in Ohio, the BMV. You can do it all wrong. It all started when a nice young man, one of our finest, a police officer, recommended I go get my car registered. He was so nice, he even gave me a ticket to get in. So the next day, I woke up and I got my kids, Acacia, Eliana, Liberty, let's go to the DMV. Oh, what's that, Dad? It's a fun place. I even have a ticket to get in. For every kid knows, the funnest places to go are those you have to have a ticket to get in. So they got up, they ran downstairs, they put on their clothes, we got in the car, they buckled up, we went down the road, and they started singing a little ditty. Gonna have fun at the DMV, gonna have fun at the DMV. We pulled in the parking lot, pulled in a parking space. My wife, 3 kids, and I got out. We started walking across the parking lot, then we stopped dead cold. You see that? Yes, Daddy. What we saw was this huge line just to get in the DMV. My kids got more excited. For every kid knows, the funnest places to go are those you have to have a ticket to get in, and there's always long lines. They were psyched. We were going to have fun. And then we heard it. And then we saw it. We shook in our boots, for at the front of the line there was this lady who worked at the DMV. She had wrinkly leather skin. Any cow would have been proud. And she barked out orders with a raspy voice that sounded like she smoked 9 packs of cigarettes a day for most of her life. And people were all scared, and some people she would point into the DMV, and some she'd point out to a door. We never saw them again. Should my kids see this? Should my kids be a part of this? Oh, I was scared, and I was just about to leave when I heard, next. It was me. I took my material, I handed it to the Mrs. Leatherface. She handed me my stuff back and pointed me in. Oh, my kids were shaking, I was shaking. And then it hit me. Kids, you know what that was? No, Dad. That was the haunted house portion of this trip. They looked at me as strange as you just looked at me. And you know what? They were excited because they knew we were just about to have fun. And I said, look, she even gave me a ticket to get in. It says B292. B292. My kids got more excited. For every kid knows the funnest places to go, you have to have a ticket to get in. There's always long lines. Then they give you a stub, so if you leave, you get right back in. We went into the big room where the fun began. One after one, they would get on my knee. They'd go, giddy up, Daddy, giddy up. Yeehaw, yeehaw. They were having fun. Then we went on a lion hunt. We weren't afraid. We had our trusty gun and our bullets by our side. We ran around and we saw the imaginary lion in one corner. We screamed, lion! Ran back, sat down. Now the workers there, they gave us some pretty strange looks. And I know what they were thinking. Isn't it great that I can work in a place like this, where families can come and have fun? And then over the loudspeaker I heard, B292, B292. I jumped up and screamed, we won! The kids jumped up and screamed, we won! My wife went, oh! I ran to the front. I was expecting to meet Bob Barker. That day was a wonderful day with my kids. Do you know the DMV had us stay the entire day long? That was so nice of them. And on top of all that, It only cost us $80. That's cheap for a family of 5. The next week, I get this letter in the mail. I open it up, and it says, due to an error on our part, you get to come back. It's only going to cost you $10 this time. All that being said, I hope I taught my kids a lesson, and a good lesson that day. And the lesson was this: life's not always what happens to you. Life is often what you make out of what happens to you. Now, I heard another government agency was jealous with all the fun that we had. I get a letter in the mail a few weeks later. It's from the IRS! They want a personal meeting with me! Let the fun begin. Conduct Chairman.